What has happened to Steelers brand? The player count has been lower and lower each day. The first big reason being scamming. Now, not earlier, but I think yesterday or before yesterday, I got raided. Now, I do have the clip of the scammer saying they raided me, but there's nothing I can do. And now, as I talk about the raiding and scamming, I'll put on some clips. Now, many of you guys might know this as GamerHex. Yes, he has over 100,000 subscribers, and in this clip, he was getting scammed, and and this is a reason as why he should add a cooldown when somebody loads in. Like, there's like a few seconds that you can't steal from them, because obviously the kid had his friend load in, and obviously GamerHex reacted a little bit slow, so. And then the next topic, well, it's not really the next topic, but it kind of ties into scamming. Now, this is what happened to me, guys. Obviously, the profile picture of my YouTube channel was a spider, but since I got raided, I just made it an ESOC. But earlier today, I put it look crazy, so good for me. People who scam are the most devious, dirty people on this earth. Please do not trade with scammers. And I'll show you the 4 people who scam me on the screen. The way I got raided was very sad because I had played with these kids for absolute months. So, like, I had, like, let them hold my spider and stuff before, and they wouldn't scam. I don't know why they randomly decided to switch. Now, I did void a lot of the stuff. I had a 577 light bulbs and toxic with pumpkin trait, and I ended up voiding that because I just knew they just turned evil at that moment. Like, they were just not giving it back. So there's absolutely nothing I could have done about that. So I just voided it, and yeah. So only one kid got something, which was my spider. I'm about to get into the next topic, but just to finish off this topic of scamming, first of all, please do not scam. And if you get scammed, do not get encouraged to scam. Scamming is not good, and think about the pain that you felt when you got scammed. Don't do it to others. Please don't. Now we're going to be moving on to the next topic, and the next topic is trading sensor. Yes, trading sensor. The reason as to why I'm going to be talking about trading sensors is because a lot of the reasons why a lot of people are getting scammed, and the reason I'm even talking about this is because when people get scammed, they get very demotivated, but obviously they're not going to scam, so they just quit the game because there's like, what do I have left? There's nothing to do. So, and you have to remember, because they quit, that lowers your player count. So if by Ferins not adding back in the trading sensor is bad. Another thing is that having the trading sensor also makes scammers. By what I mean makes scammers is, since some people are getting scammed, there's obviously going to be some people in this world that are not good. So what's going to happen is people are going to become scammers. Because personally, I know people who scam, and they think it's the fastest way to get to the top. So, and obviously that's not. You can become a legit player, but other people think it is. So when you do that, it makes the game worse. Like, nobody's going to want to play the game. So that also lowers player count in another way. The last thing we're going to be talking about is the content. Now, the content of the actual game is very good. Like, this is one of the best games, like, in content. But actually getting stacked is very hard. Like, getting to a leaderboard position is very hard because you can't get, like, a dragon very easy. Now, that's good to keep the game balanced, but we have people that play, like, 9 hours a day or even 8. Like, sometimes me. Sometimes I do, yes. And I barely get any of the stuff I lost. Like, I don't think I'll get a spider for like a month, or maybe a dragon. I'm probably at the end of the month I might get a dragon with lightning tree. I'm not very sure, but I'm going to see if I can trade for that dragon. I mean, I think I'm gonna have the stuff. Maybe I can use my look crazy and some other stuff. It's and you have to remember, this also lowers a player count, because imagine getting scammed for all your stuff or raided like I did. Well, I didn't get all my stuff raided, but I got a good chunk of it, all the rare stuff. And think about how hard it's going to be to get all that stuff back. Because this game is like, it's kind of hard to get good stuff. Kind of. Maybe some legit trading, but it's kind of hard. Now, we're going to be talking, and this is a bonus thing for people who did stay. I'm going to be talking about hacks. Now here, this is something that it's going to be balanced. Now, I'm not saying I might condone using hacks like lag switches, but it's only if you're getting raided or you're using it for good, because there's some people that will take a lag switch and go into raid lobbies, which is already bad enough, and start spamming it while stealing people's stuff. Now, when I used the beanie method, if you want to go watch that video, I didn't know that I was in a raid lobby. I had absolutely no clue. It was just filled to the brim, though, because people do join me off my profile, too. But there was a lag switch here and there. And the only reason I will condone lag switching is because when you're lag switching, because I do have some people that lag switch, when they lag switch and you drop something, you can't pick it up for 5 seconds. So here's a tip: if you go inside the wall where somebody's lag switching, you'll make them drop it, but then they can't pick it up, so you have time to leave. So that might be one reason as to why I condone cheating, or not cheating, but using a lag switch. The last thing I'll be talking about is duplicating. This ruins the game because some people have 1-of-1 elephants, 1-of-1 spiders, 1-of-1 dragons, 1-of-1 garbagzillas. They're 1-of-1. Not a lot of people have them. And when you introduce duplicating to a game, that ruins the economy, because obviously some things aren't going to be worth this so much because there's so many of them. And then it's also because it's going to make people quit, because if you have a 1-of-1 dragon with every trait in Halloween, somehow, don't ask me, because obviously that's not possible, but if somebody starts duplicating, how are you going to feel? You're the only one who had it, and now now almost everybody has it. It's good to feel that you're the only one who has it. And this ties into personal people's life. You might be wondering how you might be wondering, not warning. Oh my God, I cannot be serious. Anyways, some people sell brain rots for money. This is their full-time job. I know people who do that. And when brain rots are duplicated, they can't sell brain rots for a lot of money. And their income is selling brain rots. So if they can barely make money from brain rots, then that ruins how they get their income. And yeah, that was everything. Hopefully Ferins sees this video, and some moderator sees this video and just tries to fix all the problems. And yeah, that's it. I'm out. Please subscribe. It took me forever.